Well, hello artists, welcome to the impossible kingdom where we stretch the imagination, crack it open, and pour it onto the page, see what we can come up with. I don't know where we're headed today, but I do know I have watercolor. I'm feeling like watercolor today, so 140-pound paper. If you want to follow along, you can just use regular paper, you can just use color pencils, doesn't matter, whatever you want. Some watercolor crayons, water pens, these are kind of neat, or you can just use a regular paint brush with water. That's what I started using. These are just a little more handy. Make sure if you use black marker that it doesn't run in water, unless you want it to bleed. That's up to you. I think I have a clip of it. When you use it, the color will go into the water and go all over the place, so it kind of smudges up your art. Some people want that, some people don't. Anyhow, I've never used this marker specifically either, so I'm going to try that marker out today. Sketch-A-Moley, I have the cards. There's 66 cards here. Oh, some rules. I was thinking of actually doing a super Sketch-A-Moley. Every card has 6 prompts on it, and a super Sketch-A-Moley would mean that I would choose one of these from random and draw all 6 words into one drawing, which is kind of tough. But I'm willing to try it just for you guys. Just for you guys.
That's funny.
Tongue, princess, balloon animal, street sign, bell, and high tops. Kind of crazy. I gotta think for a second because I'm gonna start right into it. Watercolor paper, go straight into it. Here we go.
This is the fun and excitement that you can challenge yourself with.
I usually try to make sure there's like an anchor element, so I pick one of those. That'll be like the main object. I don't know. Let's see. Okay, so she'll be at a street sign. All right. What's the most famous street sign of them all? It's going to be this stop sign right here that she's at. It's a really famous stop sign. It's going to have a big ball gown like this, and then she's going to have feet poking out with high tops, right? These high tops have to be very... Yeah, I'll do that. And then skinny little legs. I don't know what she's gonna look like yet. Maybe this dress should be a little higher, and then we can have some funny socks. Even though funny socks are not on the cards, I like funny socks. So there. So these will be candy striped here or something, or candy cane. High tops. They usually have a big white bottom or a sole. Let's see, man, she's gonna be a ginormous princess here. She looks really, I gotta make her top half really short. Okay, so she has a big gown, and then, there we go. That's how we'll shorten her down. So we have that. She's gonna be in here. There we go. And then balloon animal, my gosh. So we have street sign, a princess, and the high tops. She needs a balloon animal. So we'll stick her in here. And maybe she'll have a bell on her head. Let's see, where's her head? Her head's gonna be right here. And on there, she's gonna have maybe she'll be wearing the bell. Okay, so that looks fun. We'll do that. Bell, there's gonna be a crack in the bell, of course. She's gonna need some hair under here, probably, falling out of the bell. And then, oh, she needs a tongue. It'll be kind of Michael Jordan tongue or something. If she has that, and then a tongue there. So she's doing that. Probably wants eyes on here. This is gonna be hard to color. I don't know how I'm gonna color this with the watercolor. So she's got those eyes. Probably wants a nose, a neck on here, and then what do we have left? Balloon animal. What kind of animal do we want? Maybe a dog or something. It's gonna look like she's holding a hot dog. That's funny. I've never really drawn a balloon animal. And then 2 more legs, another leg, and then this leg, a little thing on here, that thing, and then usually they draw the eyes on there. All right, so she has her pet balloon animal. She's super happy, and she's a princess with a giant dress and a stop sign. And the stop sign is actually a go sign, because in our world, that's what we want. Okay, so that's gonna be green. She's gonna be standing in the street, and then there's gonna be some kind of background or something. All right, so we have our base down. I'm gonna add a little color using this new marker that I have. See how it works. Now I got some hair coming under here. I'm gonna use a giant marker, or it puts out a lot of color. I'm gonna use this for the details, because the details So she has her tongue sticking out. All right, so now she has a face. So that's neat. Giant eyes. I've known people that have seen me draw before know I like to draw giant eyes. You have to develop your style. So if you see yourself doing something, that kind of becomes your style. So usually I like drawing big eyes for some reason. Now this ball gown that this person is in, balloon animal, there's her fingers. This is not part of the balloon. So she's holding the balloon animal like that. Let's see here. And then they'll have two of those. A little tail. This is gonna be good here. There's that. The little legs. I don't know how balloon animal looks. I'll erase this in just a second and it'll become a little bit clearer, I hope. So we have the front legs, got that arm, and then everything I erase, of course, will be, excuse me, will be gone, and I'll be able to see where I need to fill in. Okay, so I'm gonna use my bigger pencil, or my pen again, my marker. This just puts out a lot of ink. And these funny legs will be in here. I gotta angle them just a little bit, so it looks like they're coming from her. Funny socks, done. These are very Bart Simpson shoes. I always wonder why I draw these shoes. Usually when I draw shoes, they look like this, like very kind of blocky. I grew up drawing Bart Simpson for some reason, and Ninja Turtles, but Bart Simpson was my guy. I could draw, like, yeah, these are how I remember his shoes being, like the shape of them. And if you don't know who Bart Simpson is, thank you. Alright, here's our go sign. I think the world could benefit from some go signs, right? Wow, I don't know what that is. Alright, there's a curved building back here. Pay no attention to the curved building. Alright, I'm gonna erase this real quick. I am going to color this up now. So the bell will be kind of gold. One of these. Her hair will be, what color hair? Pink hair? Be whatever you want. Alright, so we have pink hair. It'll match the balloon animal pup. Okay. And again, these colors are fantastic for me because I like to color really fast. If you like coloring differently, then you use whatever color you like. Color pencils or anything under the sun. Color to her cheeks and fingers. Let's do that. Let's get an orange dress. She's gonna be all over the place. The kingdom does not like her fashion sense, but she loves it. That's all that matters, you know? Her top will be orange here. I'll add a little red to it so that it tones it down just a little bit. And I don't know if I finished my thought, but I like using these colors because I like to color quickly, and it helps me because these colors spread so easily. So you have to find tools you like, that's my point. You have to find tools that work for you and things that you enjoy. Color pencils for me, I like. It's where I've always used color pencils. They're easy to control, but they take a little longer to apply the color, so I don't always use them. All right, see, she'll be matching. She'll be good. So she has candy cane socks, same top, balloon animals that. These shoes will be baby blue shoes. Those, that, it'll have a little that, this, that thing, middle of that. This thing is blue. Notice I like talking to myself. If you're drawing along, hopefully I try to keep these less edited so that you can actually draw along and color. So if you're done sitting there waiting for me, I apologize, but I'm trying to keep these kind of real time so that you can enjoy and draw along. I know when I was younger, I used to wish there was somebody like Bob Ross. I can never paint like Bob Ross, obviously, because he's a master, but he's a painter, big hair and stuff, and lots of fun to watch. I still like watching Bob Ross, but if you don't know who Bob Ross is, look at Bob Ross for painting. But I could only draw. Nobody I knew really showed me how to draw or anything, so part of the fun was learning how to do it on your own. Okay, we have color on here. I'm going to use this water brush. Here goes the color. If you've already added your color, keep adding your color, keep layering it on. I have a napkin nearby because these things need to be wiped off every once in a while. Also, if you're using these watercolor crayons, fantastic. You need to learn how to kind of use, and then you can also pull color off if you need, like that. But you kind of layer, I usually start with the brightest colors on the page in each color. Because once it gets too dark, then it's too dark. So if you start with the dark colors on the watercolor, the dark purples or dark browns or anything, it's really hard to bring highlights back without wiping it off. She has a little bit of color to her now. Let's get this tongue done. Big raspberry tongue. There we go. Done. And then this hair is a similar pink one here. And we'll get this done. All right, her hair is done. Balloon animal next is similar. And then I'll go in with a white, probably Posca, and color in some of the highlights back on this. It's a little bit of a cheat on watercolor. Like if you're good at watercolor, you can leave the highlights in where they need to be. I am not. So if you can do it, do it. If you need to go back in, fix your art or change your art, however you need, do that. Don't sit there and no rules. That's what I like. There's no rules. So this princess holding a balloon pup is the only thing I have to worry about. Looks like she's holding a balloon animal. All right, now the shirt. Whoa, that's a lot of water. Probably didn't need that much water. In fact, I need to take a little bit of this off. Her orange dress is very wet. There we go. See? Just a happy little dress. There we go. Okay, that's done. And then the rest of this dress over here. Get this colored in. One stripe, two stripes. And then while the paint's still wet, I'm gonna use the napkin and dab in a little highlight on here, which you will see in just a second. Okay, there's that. Last piece, then I'm gonna dab in a little bit of shape to this dress, you'll see, just slightly. So right across here, I'm gonna put in a highlight. And there you go. Okay, I have a highlight. You can only do that if the paint's still kind of wet. Sock 1, sock 2. Okay, and then these shoes are blue, kind of a sky blue color. Okay, there's that, and then the street is our last thing. So I'm gonna put a little extra water on here. Whoa, no. The other thing is you can use this black for shadowing. So if you have a little bit of black on the brush still, you can go back in and add a little bit to wherever you need. Almost done. And then with these, you can also use just like this. You can pick up paint from the actual crayon. This bell, a little bit of shade on there, have a little bit of the black left. There's that. One other thing, I don't really like these shaders. If you put them under stuff like this, it can help. Just a light gray shade. I think she is complete. So we have our princess with the tongue, balloon animal, street sign, bell, and high tops. It's our super Sketch-A-Moley today. It has all 6 items, 1 card. This is what I came up with. Hopefully you have something even better. And we'll see you next time here on the Impossible Kingdom. Have fun.